Hello and welcome, I'm Logan with All Paths Taken, and this is part 15 of my 100% walkthrough of the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. In this episode, we will be exploring one of the last areas in the DLC, Charo's Hidden Grave. As always, we are going for every secret, every item, and every boss, so fellow Tarnished, rise and join me on my quest to become the true Elden Lord. So to get to Charo's Hero Grave, if you haven't gotten to the Grand Altar of Dragon Communion, check out my last video as we ended up clearing out Jagged Peaks. So you want to make sure you get to Dragon's Pit, clear that out, and then essentially work your way over towards the Grand Altar. While you're over here, there would be an NPC, again, if this is your first time coming here, but if you've been here before, you've done her quest, we already got through it. There are a couple items on the wing that we can grab. Again, these are just bolts. I'm not going to grab all of them because they're scattered around here. But you can see one over here too. This is for anybody who likes those great bows and whatnot. So, but what we are going to do is cross this giant dragon that apparently has, you know, a big chunk ripped out of him that I didn't even notice before. And we're going to go towards the toesies over here, because we want to be able to jump past and go behind, as under the other wing there is going to be another item. Should be maybe like two items. One item, two items over here. One for sure, and I can't remember where it is. I think it's on one of these bodies. Yeah, right there, I see it. Alright, so we got that. Make sure to grab your sharp gravel stone as well. This is a good spot to come back and get this every now and again. But now we want to just keep heading west. So in this area, there aren't any like huge major boss battles or anything, or really going to progress story. This is an area that we could have done way earlier if we wanted, but we decided not to because there's one boss in here that is ridiculously hard. It's a Death Rite Bird. Definitely the hardest hitting Death Rite Bird in the game. So there's not much for items in this area. Like, I spent a good hour and a half just zooming around this place trying to find all the items, and I really didn't find very many, at least not in this first area over here. Because we got one here in the middle, the good cookbook. And then I believe we can work our way up onto this side, where I believe I found an item earlier, but I might be thinking of later in the level. Yep, I'm thinking of later in the level. Whoops. Oh well, that's fine. Alright, so now that we are back down here in the water, we are going to go mess up a Mariner. The Mariner will summon a Revenant, and it will also teleport over to that section where the Revenant is located. Once you kill the Mariner, I believe the Revenant will die. We'll see. We'll see. So we're going to take our Physic, get a hack in if we can, and then we're going to come up here where they will summon, what's it called? The Revenant. No poison. Okay. I don't know where it is. Oh my god, Revenant, you're so annoying. There is a way to stagger the Revenant, but with my build that I got going on, there isn't a way to do that. Or not the Revenant, excuse me, the Mariner, so he never summons the Revenant. But I'm not good enough at build crafting to do that. That's actually the next thing I want to get better at with this game, once I finish the 100% walkthrough, is actually building builds that are redonkulously strong. And I don't mean like capable of one-hitting bosses, because to me that's actually boring. Like, I don't want to buff for 10 minutes just to hit a boss once, you know what I mean? I want to have a good back and forth where we trade hits And the game feels a lot more rewarding for all of the hard work I did trying to learn boss fights and different mechanics of the game. But that's coming up next after I finish Elden Ring's DLC. Alright, that was decent. We got halfway through. Oh, we're right there. Oh no, poison. No! Oh my god! I hate revenants. You wanna know what's really annoying about this guy too? These revenants. I did this first try on my walkthrough, Brad. First try. Absolutely devastated this Tibia Mariner with a great katana. Absolutely devastated him. And now all of a sudden I can't do a thing. I should have put on Rolana's cameo, or I get more damage from stance. Probably should have also drank my flask like a good person, but instead I'm dumb. Stop with your poison. You reached that far? Oh my god. I'm dead. That was so close. There we go. Okay. That's okay. I'm not worried. There we go. Alright. So with that done, we get a nice little flask, a big refill, which is nice. And then we get a Tibia cookbook. Alright, now we have a couple other things we want to do. Down below here, we have a couple items to grab. You can fight the different enemies that spawn in if you want. I believe we got either warrior birds or we have skeletons that come up. I can't remember which one. Skellies, that's what it is. Oh, you know what? That's what I was supposed to grab right here. I remembered it wasn't just actual items, it was craftables. The Ghostflame Bloom. So if you wanted to craft some different stuff with Ghostflame or more frost stuff, by all means pick those up throughout this area. They're really easy to see as pretty much all of the flowers are red with the exception of those blooms. So if you want them, make sure you run around this area all over yonder, every which way, to try to find what you're looking for. Because there are quite a few throughout this level. I also love how beautiful this level is. Like, the red flowers compared to the blue flowers in Cerulean Coast are so cool. Alright, so now we want to ride up this direction. We're going to check up top in this little cemetery over here for another bloom and another body. Call of Tibia. Forgot that's where we get it. I thought it was in the other section. Then we have a nice altar up here with a couple of Gravebirds waiting for us to say hi. And then we get Rings of Spectral Light. Run away! Don't stop, Torrent, please. Oh, this is death. Well. You got the death scream before the bar actually hit 0. That was funny. The game got confused a little bit, I think. Alright, so I actually wasn't supposed to fall off there. I was reading through my notes after my amazing death. And I remembered I wasn't supposed to fall off. I was supposed to keep heading this direction. Because it leads me to the next section of the level. Oh boy. Big brain moments. Big brain moments. Alright, so as we come across here, we're now going to be on our next side. And this section leads to a Death Rite Bird. So we kind of want to be a little stealthy about this, how we come back this way, because we want to get to a good grace that's over here. So we want to land on one of those stones to try to prevent any kind of fall damage. And then we're heading southeast, so we can come right over here for our grace. Now, I'm going to really quickly check my notes again just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Alright, we should be good. So, from here, the next thing that we want to do is ignore this little section here in the middle. Because this is where that Death Rite Bird is that's redonkulously strong. So I think we're going to save it for the end of the video. You are more than welcome to kill it right now. You are more than welcome. But understand that you have a Death Bird right there. A Death Bird right there. A Death Bird right there. And then several more behind him that will join the fight if you don't take them out first. So, stay tuned to the end of the video when I go through and actually show you the good route that I take that not necessarily avoids triggering the Death Rite Bird, but it triggers it in a way where we're not going to get ganked by a bunch of annoying enemies and an annoying boss. I would also recommend when you go to that Death Rite Bird that you're using a holy weapon, because holy is what they are incredibly weak to, where I am using an occult weapon, which is something they are very resistant to. So this fight's probably not going to go well. But we wanted to run that direction to grab a Spirit Glaive. We're then going to take a nice little lap around up here. I believe there's an item in the water that we can go grab. This won't trigger anything, I don't believe. Yes, right here. Thought it was a little bit farther down. And then, over there you can see another Gravebird, but they're going to spawn right on the other side of that rock. We are actually going to just run past this little area quick, as we have a jail to go get. We're going to get a grace for it, and we'll come back and do it later. I just want to go up and get that Furnace Golem all completed and done with. Because it, I believe, is our second to last Golem in the DLC. So, before we go inside the actual jail and grab the grace, we're going to run past, as I believe there is a Glovewort or a smithing stone, something of that nature over here. Glovewort, called it. Alright, time to enter the Lamenter's jail. Alright, so again, we're not gonna do this right now. We are gonna go do the rest of the upper layer first, then we'll come back and do the Lamenter's jail, and then we'll probably fight the Death Rite Bird at the end. Alright, so from here, all we're gonna do is pick a lane, and then go up the red flowers, and then we are going to turn towards our Furnace Golem. Before you go and actually get the Furnace Golem, there's a couple other things we want to do too. We also want to make sure we have our hefty furnace pots. We want to make as many as we can. You need a bare minimum of 3, and you need very good accuracy on those throws. So, we are now going to head over... Nope, this is leading me to my Furnace Golem. I'm going the wrong way. We'll do this section in a minute. So, once we get away from the Lamenter's jail, we want to head back this direction. And we want to hug this edge of the cliff, again, to try not to spawn in the Death Rite Bird or trigger a lot of those Gravebirds. As we are looking to wrap that direction to the south. Oh, there's the Death Rite Bird. I heard her. Alright, so we want to ignore all of these annoying enemies, as there is Cookbook right here. And then we want to head this way. There is absolutely nothing that way. At least I'm pretty sure, as I did go check, but I don't remember if there's anything there, or if it's just craftables. Let's go check. Let's go check. Because I'm pretty sure I went this way. I'm pretty sure it's just craftables. Like right up top here. Pretty sure it's just Glovewort. Or no, what? Ooh, there was nothing. Look at that. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. And some of you call me dumb. I'm sure you call me dumb a lot, because I am dumb. There's definite moments where I'm like dumb. And I will not shy away from that. I will not shy away from that. I know when I'm dumb. But it is not right meow. Right meow, I am smart. Big wrinkly brain. So we're heading this way. We want to run this direction again for more blooms if you want. And then we can head and fight a hippo. So this hippo... Oh. How did you dodge that? That was impressive, sir. I want the cameo. Oh, dang it. I thought I was fast enough. Oh, well. That's fine. Ow. Well, it's going to hurt. Oh, boy. That's just too long of an Ash of War, unfortunately. But that's why I like it. Makes it fair. So I don't just automatically win. Wish I had poise so I could go through that. Got him! Nice little bleed proc to end it too. Handy. Alright, there is our Scadutree Fragment, and now we can head up to our Furnace Golem. We got one little item on a body here first. And then I believe that is all she wrote for this little section. Just want to check this really quick. Because these gravestones do a great job of hiding items. Man, where was that spot with the items? There was one by the worms that had items, and I don't remember where it was. I don't think it was the one by the jail, because I already grabbed that. But it's fine. So, with this Furnace Golem, what we are going to be doing is riding up past it. I would ignore grabbing anything and everything at this point in time, because we want to run to this jump pad. As you can see, he is perfectly protected from the knees down, which means trying to melee him like we've done in the past will do absolutely nothing. We want to haul cheeks right up here and grab this. And then we want to hide right behind, as he will very quickly... Oh, I'm not getting very good timing with this stuff, but that's okay. We are going to try to quickly navigate through here. Hopefully he doesn't do everything. Oh my goodness, this is terrible RNG. Well, we're going to go hide and see if he can eventually work his way over so we can blow him up. This is exactly what I did not want to have happen on video. Because he needs to get much closer. There we go. He's walking closer now. Much better. Alright, so from here, now that he is right there, we need to sprint very... Oh, that's gonna suck. Nope, that's not it. Oh, I thought I could get there. Dang it. I should have just kept jumping that way. He just had to check and see to make sure I was dead. What a nice guy. What a nice guy. Alright, where am I? Oh, that's okay. We'll do this side then. God, I'm getting my ledges completely turned around today. That's not good. That's not good at all. Apparently, I have a memory of a goldfish today. Because I just did this like a day ago. And wrote all of it down as best I could on where everything is. And apparently my brain just said, oh, you wanted to remember that? Well, tough. Alright, let's try this again. Hopefully I get nicer RNG this time. Where he actually runs towards me. Instead of staying way back there and just casting fireball like a jerk. It's not terrifying to see. Alright, I think he's right there. Oh, come on, dude. The RNG of the Furnace Golem here is so annoying. Okay, I need to leave earlier. Got it. How is he already releasing more? Holy crap! What? Excuse me, mademoiselle! Well, I'm getting blown up again. Hit him! Are you kidding me? Why is this game this way? This is the most frustrating Furnace Golem to get for me. How many? I have exactly 3 left. Can I craft any more? Okay, I got plenty left. Thank God. I keep hitting the wrong button because on my actual walkthrough prep video, I have the pots in the other slot. Alright, big boy. Please, for all that is right and just, be gentle. I'm tired of getting blown up over nothing. Alright, so he just cast more. I think I'm going to try to go there. I'm not going to get there. Yeah, he's still a mile away, too. What the heck? Why is he so far away? Like, he is so far away. There we go. Now he's right next to it. As soon as I move, though, he's gonna blow up, so... Okay, he's not. He's gonna do it, though, as soon as I get close. Because he hates me. And he doesn't want me to have nice things. Yeet! 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 Finally! There we go! Oh, I hate that thing. That right there is why we waited so long to go get this section done with. Because, man, is that dude annoying. He is very annoying to deal with. So now once we've killed the Furnace Golem, there are no other items up here, I don't believe. And we've already went this way to grab our item by the Gravebird section. So now we can just work our way down. And then we can, I believe, check out this little section here in the middle. And then we can make our way back to Bonnie Jail. Alright, so we got one item here, and then we should be able to head back to Bonnie Jail if the birds come down. Or Lamenter's Jail, that's what it is. Lamenter's Jail, not Bonnie's Jail. Alright. So, Lamenter's Jail is a little creepy. Just like the other jails that we've gone to. But it's a little creepy because of the Lamenter himself. He's just a weird dude. So, once you see this is locked, we want to backtrack and come over here. We can turn right, as we'll have a little bit of an ambush. We want to come here, because I believe... Wait, isn't there an item over here? Nothing. Nothing. There's nothing. Alright, so... This is what I was looking for. Rahya. Illegal. Illegal. Why did it lock onto an enemy that's in a wall? That makes no sense. I don't understand. But we need the jail key, as that is what's going to take us into other spots. Let me see something really quick. Is there an invisible wall in here? There's an invisible wall later in the level. That's why I was like, is there an invisible wall here? Apparently not. So now we backtrack to our gate. And then we head down the ladder. And in this room, there are 3 Newmans. All of the Newmans love to scream. Like, they love it. So if they scream, that area of effect will hurt. So you gotta watch yourself as you're going to fight them. Like, there should be one more coming from here. You can also see that they have like a different skin on them now, where they have like actual faces from the Lamenter, which is really creepy. Don't ask me what a Lamenter is, because I really don't know. Then we can go this way as well, clear out a couple of enemies, grab an item. Oh yeah, the chilling perfume bottle. I forgot we get that in this jail. Alright, there should be another Newman coming for us somewhere. There isn't? What the heck? I thought there would be. Okay. Well, there's one right there, but that one will trigger it later. We want to head up here. Have this one freak out. There we go. Now I gotta look. Can't remember which way to go. Ooh, I missed something. What the heck? I didn't realize I missed something. Well, let's go backwards. Let's go backwards really quick, because I missed something. I didn't realize I did. I missed a Prattling Pate, which you PvPers will definitely love. Playing against online people and trolling them with the Lamenter's laugh. Alright, so I can't believe I missed it. Oh yeah, it was this way. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I completely missed this spot. This is the Newman I was expecting to have come out at us. Yeah, old big boy. Or girl. There we go. Alright, so we run this way. Here is our Prattling Pate. Yeah, Lamentation. Alright, so to show you what it does, let's go to our Prates, Pates, and use. It just sounds so funny. It's so dumb, but it's funny. I feel like that'd go great when you just absolutely wipe the floor with somebody. Alright, so now we can go back all the way through that gate. And carry on our way. I knew I was missing something, though. Because I was like, there should be some... Oh, God. I don't know why. It, like, glitched to where it didn't connect. But it gave me the thing where I did connect. You know what I mean? Alright, so... Now we want to head west. Or we want to look for that little hole. Hey, there's another one. I forgot about this one. So now we want to run this way. And drop down into a little hole. This leads to a tunnel with a boatload of rats. So we got a small rat here. And there should be a big rat somewhere. A couple big rats, actually. Alright, let's kill small rat. I really got staggered by a small rat. Alright, there we go. Then we want to head that way second. Let's just keep heading north. Beauty. There we go. Clarifying Horn Charm. Very useful. Very useful. I don't know what it does. It's probably like sleep and madness resistance or something like that. Alright, so now we can kill these 2 rats. And then we can climb up this ladder and get out of this little section. And continue on through the rest of the jail. There we are. Nice little circle. Alright, so from here, which way did I want to go? Alright, take the lower path to the north for an enemy and a locked gate. So this gate is locked. This is our enemy. So this enemy will scream if you go to the locked gate first, and then it will break it and start attacking you. So if you attack it first, you should be fine. Now we want to climb up top. And now as we're coming through, there should be a giant hole in the ground that we need to fall down in. There is no way to skip it as the whole floor will give out. When you're at the bottom, there's a ton of these dudes. So watch out. Normally, a couple of them will try to grab you or do that little flurry attack. I got kind of lucky that time. On my walkthrough prep, not so much. I got obliterated by those guys. And as we come up here, we want to head into this direction. We have an illusory wall. And then we have an item here in the corner. Call of Tibia. I forget what that does. Got that already. And we can continue up. Ignore the ambush. And then kill him. And then we can head this way to the north. Because I believe this leads to our item, right? Let me check. Is this where I go? I misspelled a few words, so my brain isn't braining. And I don't know what direction I'm going. Let me check. Ah, this is circling back. Okay, so we will end in this section. We want to come right back here and take a left. This is where we want to go. Yeah. Yep. This is where we have all of our jars. So, there's several small jars and a couple big jars. That item up there is our Hefty crackpot that we want to go get. So, we want to just run to the side. There's a sleeping big jar here. We can grab that item in the chest here in a moment. After we kill Big Boy. Dang, that's a lot of damage. Alright, so let's grab the chest. And we can go kill those dudes. We got our lower jail key. Ooh, hello. No. Illegal. Kill small fry first. Good move, sir. Alright, then from here we can climb up that big pile of corpses. And then we can kill our 3 dudes right here in the middle. There is our Hefty crackpot. Now, I believe the only way to get out of here is through that same door, so we want to actually come to this spot over here. as this is the easiest way to climb up. You can climb up from other sections, I believe, but this one is the less janky. Now we are heading back up to the gate that we just went to. Again, mind the gaps. You will die if you fall down there. Before we turn right and head up top, let's actually head down and into that other section that we were at as well with the invisible wall. Rahia. Here we can grab a couple items. There should be a 1 or 2 shadow enemies in here if I remember correctly. But we got the Lamenting Visage, which is kind of cool. And then here we are back at that little spot. So we made it behind that big hole. So now we can just backtrack right to where we were. And continue up. And then we can use our jail key right on this locked gate. Oh, alright. Well, that was loud. I didn't think I'd get hit by that, but alright. There we are. Easy peasy. And then here is our locked gate that we can use. If you don't know where we are, basically we just took one big lap. We went from up top, down and around, fell into this room where we can open up our gate. I don't know why I heard a footstep on my right. Creeped me out for a second. Then we have our last ladder, and we can head all the way down. So this is your boss fight. It is the Lamenter. Its first phase is pretty simple. He loves to use a lot of swings with his Visage that we just picked up. He will disappear on occasion, and when he disappears, he comes back after about 5-10 seconds with several clones of himself that die in one hit. If you want to use like throwables or something to try to get rid of them very quickly, you can. You can also just run by and hit them like I'm going to. The main thing to watch out for is the longer they are there, the more Lamenter heads that you will have pop up in front of your face. And I don't mean blocking the whole screen, just your character's view. Once 3 of them appear, and you have not killed the boss, you will die. Like, it's just the fight's over. Overall, this fight is not that hard. It's just an annoying one because he constantly disappears. But let's get it done. Let's get it done. Is there any talismans that I want to switch? I can't remember. I thought there was one that I wanted to switch to. Oh, I did switch to it. Never mind. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's see. Where's he going to come from next? Come on, Lamenter. Alright. Oh, I found him. Alright, well that was very good. So we gotta kind of get lucky and try to find which one he is. Oh, okay. Well, that one died somehow. I haven't been able to figure out which one is which. Oh, got him. Right there. Excellent. Got him. Well, that was easy. And we get kind of a funky reward, the Lamenter's Mask. So we have another form that we can transform into. So instead of just using, where is it? It should be here somewhere. Where is it? Ah, instead of using Rockheart, we can now use the Lamenter's Mask and transform into a Lamenter. So, yeah, another interesting little play style to use if you wanted to play with the Lamenter skill set. Alright, so from here we are going to warp back to Charo's hidden grave. And it's time to fight the Death Rite Bird. The ridiculously hard Death Rite Bird. And I say that because I'm probably going to die a few times because I'm terrible at fighting Death Rite Birds. See if I have enough muns to level up. How much did I need? Perfect. That's enough. Excellent. I love when a plan comes together. Alright, we will do Arcane. Since I got this Occult scaling, I should use a Larval Tier in Respec, but nah. It's fine. I'll be okay. Worst comes to worst, I'll just change Occult to Keen or to Arcane. Even though I'll be doing less damage overall. Which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. Alright, so we want to take out all of these Gravebirds, which means we want to switch our Hefty pots to either Throwing Daggers or Kukri. I like Kukri because they travel farther. So we can take out these bad boys right over here. And we got another one right over here that we can go kill. And then, once we do that, let's get on a horse, as we want to be careful how we try to traverse through this little section, as we can alert the Gravebird, or the Death Rite Bird, way too early, which can trigger the whole boss fight. So we want to come this way. We want to hop off turret, and we want to throw one of these, and get this bad boy to start coming our way. Oh, he had to take the long way, huh? He couldn't take the short way? And then we can do one of these on this one. Yeet! Now this should trigger the Death Rite Bird spawning. Okay, JK, never mind. It's the other one on the other side of the building. Or the rocks. Ah, there it is. Okay, so now we just want to kind of hide over here behind the gravestone so we don't trigger the boss fight to begin. Oh, God. Where are you going? Which direction are you facing? Ah, you see me. Cool. Come here. Come here, big friend. There's one, and then we have one more Gravebird to get. Actually, two more, technically. But we are going to actually alert the Death Rite Bird by moving over there, so we don't have to fight that one. But I will also show you how to fight that specific Gravebird too, even with the Death Rite Bird active. I just did it out of order. A little bit. Move behind the stones so the Death Rite Bird does not see you. Come on, Bubby. Bubba. 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 Are you for realsies right now? Alright, there's that. Now we're going to go on this way. I saw him moving and I was not sure where he was moving to. So he is looking that way towards us, so we can come back this way. I completely missed this dude. Before we end up actually circling the gravestones like we did, coming around that direction to kill those two, we are actually supposed to get this one over here first. Now, this might trigger the boss fight, because he is fairly close. Wow, I missed. I'm somehow missing. Expound, game. There we go. Then once this boy comes over here, we'll kill him, and then we can sneak up and get some quick damage into our boss fight. Take your time, buddy. Take your time. Dude, you walked so far just to stare at me? Come on. Alright, so I'm going to drink my flask. I'm going to crawl. As we have all of the death birds gone, or the grave birds gone. When I get real close, we're going to use our the physic. Nice start. Now, his frost is absolutely unreal. So, be sure to switch to something that is heavily frost resistant, like Glaive's armor. It's a very good armor to use. Honestly, if I die, I'm probably going to switch to it. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, I jumped right into the fire, dang it. What? No stagger. Really? That's surprising. That's okay. Let's go, baby! That's what I wanted. Woo! Let's go. First try on the Death Rite Bird. Heck yeah, dude. And we get Ghostflame's Call. Pretty cool. Pretty cool Ash of War. Alright, so I don't believe there's any items in this middle platform. I believe we have gotten pretty much everything in Charo's Hidden Grave. If I missed something, because I very well might have, like I said earlier at the start of the episode, there's not a ton of items in this section of the game. There's not much for boss fights. It basically is pretty much everything we just got. So if there is something I missed, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. And stay tuned for our last two areas of the game, as we have done everything in the DLC, with the exception of the Ancient Ruins of Rao, the upper section of the Ancient Ruins of Rao, and then we have Enter Ilum, our final area of the DLC. So, we will be starting the next episode from the West Rampart. If you are somebody who's been following along, you should already have this grace available, as we did it in Shadow Keep. But if you don't, start from the storehouse first floor, and then just simply head west or northwest. There will be an elevator. Run through the jar section, and you'll eventually make your way to the West Rampart, where we will start from in the next episode, as we get to one of the most beautiful and difficult areas of the game, with the Ancient Ruins of Rao. So, I will see you all in the next episode. I hope you all have a fabulous day. If you liked the video, make sure you do actually click that like button, as it helps me out a lot. And don't forget to subscribe for more Elden Ring content. I hope you all have a fabulous day, and I will see you in the next video.